Hey everyone, this is Bergman, founder and CEO of IRA Financial. Welcome to another episode of AdBits, where I will be sharing bits of knowledge about self-directed retirement. If you want to learn more, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Just search IRA Financial. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of AdBits. I'm Adam Bergman, tax attorney, founder of IRA Financial. On today's episode, I want to talk about the Rule 55. So if you have a 401k, you probably know that in order to get money out of your 401k, you technically need to satisfy what's called a triggering event. And a triggering event generally is you leave your job, you're over the age of 59 and a half, or the plan terminates for whatever reason. And you probably also know that if you do take the money out before 59 and a half, generally from the IRA setting, you are going to also pay a 10% early distribution penalty. So you probably may not be aware that there is something called the Rule of 55 that actually only applies to 401ks, 403bs. It does not apply to IRAs. But the way the Rule 55 works is pretty simple. If you're over 55 years old, okay, and you are laid off, fired, quit your job, or for whatever reason, sever employment, again, over the age of 55, you can take the money out of your 401k or 403b and pay tax without a 10% penalty. Okay, so pretty cool, right? Couple things. Only applies to 401ks or 403bs, not to IRAs. You have to be over the age of 55. But if you leave your job that has the 401k plan, you're laid off, fired, terminated, quit, whatever it is, and you need cash, you can pull the money out that year without paying a 10% early distribution penalty. You have to pay tax still, right? But you don't have to pay that 10% penalty. Now, if you rolled it to an IRA, you'd still have to pay that 10% early distribution penalty because the Rule of 55 does not apply to IRAs, only 401k. So this is a nice little wrinkle that lets you, for the purposes of whether you're fired, quit, terminate your job, and you're over 55 and you need some cash, you can pull it out without the 10% penalty. You do have to pay tax, but you escape that 10% penalty. So it's actually a rule not a lot of people know about. In fact, almost no one knows about this Rule of 55. No one really talks about it, but it's there. It's in the code, and the IRS allows you to do that. Now, there's one little strategy that I'll just kind of talk to you quickly about that you may be interested, and it's kind of a workaround. So what you can do is, let's say you leave your job, okay, you're over 55, you can roll the funds over, right, from your former 401k where you left your job, okay, and your IRA into a new 401k plan, okay? And by moving it into the new 401k, you're going to be able to still, pull that money out without a 10% penalty, okay? So that's a nice little wrinkle that you are able to simply take those funds, roll it into a new 401k, assuming you can do so, okay, as well as IRA money, and then take a distribution without a 10% penalty on some of that cash. So you just got to make sure you know what you're doing with a rollover, but it's something that's possible to do. Most people just use it. Hey, they left their job, they're over 55, they need some cash. They can do it without paying the 10% early distribution penalty. Again, if you need it, it's there. Some people get confused between the Rule of 55 and the 72T or the 72 election. The 72T election essentially allows you to take a certain amount of money over a period of time, either 5 years or until you reach 59 and a half, without 10% penalty. The only difference is it's a set amount, right? The 72T election, once you're in it, you can't opt out of it, and it's either for 5 years or until you reach 59 and a half, and you're restricted on how much you can take out. It's prescribed a certain amount of money that you can take out without a 10% penalty, but you're still subject to tax. That is not the same as the Rule of 55. The Rule of 55, again, only applies to 401ks. Escape the 10% early distribution penalty, still pay tax, but you need to have left your job in that year and you take out those funds in the calendar year, you turn at least 55. Actually, one other wrinkle, if you are a public safety worker, firefighter, traffic controller, police officer, it's actually the rule of 50. So you can actually do this at 50 years old. So example, if you lost your job and you're at the eligible age, you will be able to take the money out and not wait till 59 and a half and escape the 10% penalty. Tax is still due, but you get to use those funds without the penalty. So just I wanted to provide some info on the rule of 55 since not a lot of people know about it. It's there if you need the money, you're over 55, leave your job. You can take advantage of it. You can actually also roll those funds into another 401k as well, and continue to use the tax deferral benefits of retirement plans. So there you have it. I hope you now understand the rule of 55. Adam Bergman, appreciate all support. Thank you for subscribing. If you have subscribed, if you haven't, please do. You could find this podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud. You can also watch it on YouTube. And we drop 5 videos and 3 podcasts a week. So if you're interested in learning more about self-directed retirement plans, alternative assets, tax rules, trends, check us out. I think you'll enjoy it. I put a lot of effort in these podcasts and videos because just bothers me to no end that there's such a lack of education on these important topics. You know, I always give the example. I was a tax lawyer for 9 years. I have a master's in taxation, and I had no idea that you could use your retirement money to make alternative assets really to my 10th year as a tax lawyer. So it's kind of crazy, and the rule of 55 is a good example. You can ask tax lawyers, accountants. Most people will never have heard of the rule of 55. And it's a nice little way that, hey, if you need some cash, you can pull it out without a 10% penalty. A lot of people didn't even know they have that option and kind of look to other means to pull the money out when the money is there to be used without a 10% penalty. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks again for listening, watching, and talk to everyone again next week.